Hello, hockey fans! Welcome back to the Hockey Flow. My name is Josh. Today is Sunday, May 15th, 2022. Thank you again for joining me. My goodness, we had a couple of really wonderful hockey games today. A couple of overtime game sevens, a couple of fan bases that I'm sure are really excited joining us Oilers into the next round. A couple fan bases that I'm sure are a little disappointed as well. And, you know, it's okay, right? There's always next year. That's what they say. We got the draft coming up, so I'm very excited there. But I tell you what, today was just a great day of hockey. I'm excited to jump into all the action. We're going to go through both games, look at a couple highlights, and talk about some of the headlines from the games themselves. We are also going to conclude the video today with our round two picks. We're going to dive deep into each of the matchups a little bit. So no article deep dive tonight. I do have a really cool one lined up tomorrow, probably from The Athletic, unless something else, shows up and is more pertinent to the day. But yeah, we have a lot of really exciting things to get to today. Again, thank you for joining me. If you enjoy the content, please smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I'm going to keep bringing videos to you every day. Sometimes we'll even bring you a couple a day, like yesterday and the day before. Speaking of which, if you didn't get the chance to check out those videos, absolutely, I highly recommend it. We took a look at a couple of awards and the finalists for those, and I even gave you my winners, so fingers crossed on those. But all right, let's get into the scores and reactions from today's games. We had Penguins, Rangers, Stars, Flames. Tell you what, as a neutral hockey fan, this was my dream. We had 2 game sevens, and they both went to overtime. I couldn't ask for anything more. Rangers ended up on top in this first game. Rangers Pens 4-3 Rangers. They win the series 4-3 and the game 4-3. Tell you what, this one was a lot of fun, a lot of big back and forth. We see Tristan Jarry in net for the Penguins. That was kind of the big talking point. Crosby and Jarry were both back in the net, so good for you Penguins fans. Glad they were okay. Crosby did block a shot later in the game, had to leave for a little bit, but Jarry was back. Wasn't enough, though. Wasn't enough. Rangers fans, good for you guys. Excellent, hard-fought games. Zibanejad got off the schneid again. Now a couple goals this series, and Panarin slotted home the overtime winners. So you guys are on to the next round. It was just a great game. A lot of back and forth, which you gotta love. For Penguins fans, Rodriguez kind of made up for that bad penalty last game, and man, he had such a good regular season, and I mean, first half, I guess you could say, kind of petered out at the end there, but still, great game overall. Good for you Rangers fans. This one was a fun one. On to round 2 for you guys. All right, Stars Flames. This one was a lot of fun. Just wrapped up a few minutes ago. Kept me from recording, so that's okay, though. I love the good hockey. Man, this one was a fun one. Ottinger just stood on his head all game. I saw at one point it was 57 shots to 27 shots for the Stars, so good for you, Ottinger. You just arguably probably the best goalie in the playoffs, and it's a shame he's not moving on to round 2. The way he's been playing this series is just unreal for you Stars fans. You guys should be so excited and so happy. You guys have a lockdown tendy for the foreseeable future, and no jinxing, of course. I mean, Philadelphia Flyers fans will know that all too well with Carter Hart, but hey, he rebounded. He had a really good season this year, probably my MVP for them. Now I think I went with Konechny, but I really do like Carter Hart's game, but I digress. This one was a lot of fun. Flames fans, good for you guys. I'm excited. We get the Battle of Alberta now. That's wonderful. Flames will be taking on the Oilers in the second round, so excited for Canada in that regard too. But this game was a lot of fun. Stars fans, you guys shouldn't be that disappointed. No Ropa Hintz today. He was a late scratch, so a little bit of a surprise, but you guys still performed amicably. Excuse me, goodness, it's late, I guess, but this was a fun game, so I really enjoyed it. I hope all you neutrals enjoyed it as well. But overall, round 1 of the playoffs, man, we couldn't have been any more rewarded. This was excellent. We had a ton of game 7s, excellent back and forths, a lot of really interesting storylines, so I'm really excited to see what round 2 has in store for us. So without further ado, ado, let's get into my picks for each of these games. A lot of really exciting things to go through. So first and foremost, we have the Avs Blues. We are going to work through the left side, then the right side. We're going Avs Blues first, and I tell you what, this is going to be a good matchup. I have to be honest, though. I think the Avs are going to dominate again. We're getting a little farther in the playoffs, so the matchup should be a little closer. But I tell you what, Colorado just looked so good in round one. They were just dominant. Even the close games didn't feel that close. Even the OT one. But St. Louis Blues fans, you shouldn't give up any hope. You guys should be excited for your team. When they're humming, they're humming. Tarasenko, Barbashev, Robert Thomas, Jordan Kyrou, you have so many wonderful pieces. It's all about that defense, right? I didn't see if Krug is playing yet or not, but I know Scandella got knocked out of the game a while back against the Wild. So I know defense is kind of that spot, and as a fan of Chris Pronger back in the day, he is a St. Louis Blue to me. I know he's been on so many teams, but I will never forget him on the Blues, and all I can think back is, man, St. Louis, you guys would really be in good hands with a Chris Pronger right now. But Avalanche, I say, are going to win this series. The Blues might take a game or two, but I think the Avs are going to win. I think it's going to be pretty dominant. All right, moving down to the Oilers versus who? It actually turns out it's going to be the Flames. ESPN hadn't updated their bracket yet for me, but it is the Flames. We get the Battle of Alberta. Heck yeah, I'm very excited for that. But I tell you what, Oilers fans, we're going to take this one. I really believe it. We are playing so well. We're going to forget those two games in the middle there, but at the beginning of the series, we had some excellent games. At the end of the series, we wrapped it up nicely with that win. Connor McDavid is playing probably the best hockey of his life. I didn't even need to wait for the other team to get posted on this thing. Let's go Oilers, baby. All right. Moving on to the Eastern Conference, we've got the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I tell you what, this is going to be a really great matchup. I haven't seen an update on Braden Point yet, so we don't know if he's going to be out for an extended period. Again, that injury looked nasty, so hopefully he's okay to play. But, if not, I think the Lightning can still give Florida a run for their money. Florida, I don't know what to think. First round, I thought you guys were going to just destroy the Caps, and the Caps push it to 7 games. So I don't know what to think. You guys are humming right now, right? You're running on all cylinders. Carter Verhaeghe is playing out of his mind. So good for you guys in that regard. But I tell you what, Lightning fans, I think you guys should be happy. You guys should be rejoicing. This team looks really good. If Vasi can just, I don't know, if he pulls out some of that magic and just starts playing out of his mind, I don't know. This team is really good, top to bottom. They don't really have a lot of weaknesses. Now that you're getting the secondary scoring, Nick Paul, my goodness, the guy's been playing out of his mind the last part of the season and now into the playoffs. I do think the Bolts are going to take this one, Panther fans. I am sorry, but Tampa Bay Lightning going to be moving on to round 3. All right, last matchup, Canes Rangers. This one's a fun one. I tell you what, the Canes, man, it's kind of the same thing as the Panthers, right? I thought for sure they were gonna just dominate and not make it much of a series, but a little disappointing, but I tell you what, you made it. Game 7, end up pulling out the win over the Bruins, and here we are into the next round. Rangers fans, you guys, you left it up till the end, and the Penguins gave you everything they had. Shesterkin went from that 79 save performance in Game 1 to, getting benched later on in the series to then be rebounding and making some excellent saves today. This one was a really tough one for me. I have to be honest, but at the same token, if the Canes play the way that the Canes can play, and Shesterkin, he hasn't looked impenetrable right now. He's had some chinks in the armor. I think the Canes are going to take this one. I really do. The Canes, I think they're finding their mojo right now. Jarvis is playing incredibly well. Shevchenko is playing well too. Trocheck is playing really well. Shevnikov, they have the pieces, right? And it's all about just getting everyone to play together, getting everyone firing on all cylinders at the same time, keeping Tony D'Angelo, keeping his head under control, and just having him play hockey. I mean, my goodness, the guy is a talented hockey player. Just stop doing all the weird stuff. Don't be a jerk, right? Jeremy Slavin is an excellent defender. Sebastian Aho, if he plays like he did in the regular season, yeah, this is almost a no-brainer in that regard. So as a neutral in this matchup, I do think the Canes are going to take it. Spoiler alert, that is the article we actually are probably going to look at tomorrow, is revolving around the Hurricanes. So Canes fans, be on the lookout for that one. But yeah, that's going to do it for round 2 picks. Hopefully we do really well with those. I'm very excited for round 2. Round 1 was a blast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it with me as well. And if you do enjoy the content, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, take a moment to do so, because I'm going to be bringing you videos every day. I really enjoy this. I love hockey, and I love talking about it with other people that really enjoy it. So please, don't hesitate. You can reach out to me on Twitter at thehockeyflow22. But yeah, until next time, cheers.